All right, guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. This is your daily outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. This video is not financial advice, should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. We're going to be looking at AMC, the meme stocks, GME, SPY in the stock market, and crypto. We're going to be talking about a possible crypto flush out. If we do not hold these key levels, plus the possibility of the XRP ETF is rising. Also, things you want to keep on your radar is AMC potentially trying to break back above key levels. We did have a green day today here for AMC. As you guys can see, we got this green hammer candle, which is a sign, okay, that we are actually going to bounce. Also, RSI being oversold on the 4-hour time frame. That's normally when we find our bottoms and start to push up. We've been extremely oversold. We've been pushed down multiple days. And also another sign that we're most likely going to be bottoming is there's only 1 million short shares. That's not to say they can't get more, but with there being only 1 million short shares and cost to borrow actually going up, this is a sign that we're going to get a relief from some of this absolute short share dumpage that we've been seeing. They've just been dumping and dumping and dumping on the meme stocks constantly. So only 1 million short shares at time of recording. Again, they could get more tomorrow, but it looks like AMC might actually be able to recover. Bullish hammer candle here on the daily time frame with a green day today. Again, it was just a very slight green day. Now, GameStop got absolutely pummeled after breaking down out of this bear flag. This bear flag is still in play, and unfortunately, we are seeing a breakdown towards max pain prices. Remember, max pain is going to be the target that market makers want on a Friday because they get paid most from options premium, but they don't want the options in the money, so they try to close it right underneath max pain. You can see max pain here for GameStop is $22.50. So tomorrow their price target, by they I mean the market makers, is going to be a price target of $22.49, $22.48. Now you guys can see here for AMC at time of recording here, cost to borrow is actually $3. So it would make sense for them to try to let AMC run up just a little bit. And it would also allow them to not want to push it down towards $2.50, which could be the next max pain price target if we were to see less options here. So right now you guys can see there's a lot of options and only a little bit of puts. So right now max pain is $3. So this is why there's also a potential chance that yes, AMC actually could bottom and maybe even see a green day tomorrow here as far as it is concerned. Now they push GameStop down below max pain price. That way they can kind of let GameStop run up a little bit and give them a little bit of room to work with to try to keep it underneath max pain. But they are going to have the price target of $22.49 and $22.48 as of tomorrow. So just be aware of that. They're going to try to push us towards that. AMC, I'm not saying it's going to go to $3, but it definitely could move towards $2.73, $2.75. If AMC is able to break above and hold $2.73, that could be a sign of recovery. But until AMC breaks and holds $2.80, I'm not going to say 100% the bottom is in, but this looks pretty good here for AMC to start pushing up. We broke above the sloping support and resistance here. We also used it as support several times. We have the bullish hammer candle, not many short shares. So as far as technicals and fundamentals are concerned, this is actually the time and the chance for AMC to get a recovery. Tomorrow, I'm expecting GameStop to try to push up a little bit towards that max pain price. Remember, market makers' price targets are going to be $22.49, $22.48. So this is what I'm looking at for the meme stocks. This one's short, sweet, and to the point. Normally, these moving into Friday videos are not too much going on with the meme stocks right now. I know a lot of you guys are kind of checked out, and I appreciate you guys still watching if you are watching for the meme stocks, but a lot of people are watching for SPY and crypto as of right now. So that's what we're looking at for AMC and GME. GME, as far as short shares are concerned, they do have a little bit more. You guys can see 5 million short shares at time of recording here for GME at a cost to borrow of 0.40%. And then AMC, of course, has that 1 million short shares here at time of recording. Let's go ahead and move into SPY in the stock market, show you guys what's going on there, and then we'll move into cryptocurrency. So tomorrow is going to be unemployment. That's going to be the major thing that we're going to be looking at as far as traders and investors, especially if you're looking at the trade or use SPY as a potential investment vehicle. Unemployment potentially coming out hot. If it comes out 4.3, that is going to be pretty bearish for the market. Now, if it comes out 4.2, it might be okay. And if it comes out lower than that, that would be bullish for the market. So if you see anything lower than 4.2, that would be bullish for the market. Market's expecting about 4.3, 4.2. If you see it higher than 4.3, that would be extremely bearish for the market. This comes right at 8:30 a.m., so be ready for that. We also have non-farm payrolls as well, but unemployment is going to be a much more important data drop as far as where SPY is going to be going tomorrow. Now, SPY filled the gap fill and had an absolute tear to the upside and filled the gap fill to the upside. Right now, RSI is looking pretty frothy. Also, SPY hitting major resistance level right now, so it's going to be pretty high pretty hard for SPY to continue up, especially if that unemployment number does not come out right. So if you see unemployment come out 4.3, 4.2, you're probably going to see SPY maybe get a quick push or pop to the upside, but it's most likely going to start trending down unless that unemployment number comes out really good, which would be like 4.1. In order for us to break past and move to that 650 price target, which is a major psychological price target, we are going to need to see this unemployment number come out at least decent for SPY to do that. I'm expecting unemployment to actually come out at 4.3, and this is why I said you'll see a pop to drop, and I'm actually expecting a little bit of potential bearishness for tomorrow, especially if that unemployment does not come out good. But if SPY is able to break above 649.77 and hold that level of support, then it would push towards 650, and if it's able to break and hold 650, you could see a decent blast to the upside. But this is going to be a major resistance level, so we really need things to go right in order for SPY to make that happen. As far as I'm expecting, I'll probably see a little bit of pullback here around that 8:30 a.m., especially if unemployment is coming out as expected. But remember, if it comes out low, that would be extremely bullish, and that would give the market exactly what it needs to blast off towards 650 and most likely break and hold that and go even higher. So this is what we're looking at for SPY in the overall market. Let's go ahead and go to crypto, show you guys what's going on there, and then wrap up this video. So XRP potentially getting that ETF. Again, I think this ETF is coming, but we have a potential Bitcoin flush out on the horizon if Bitcoin is not able to hold this key level of 109,500. Now, we did get a bounce off of that, and that is very good. Ethereum also bouncing out of this falling wedge. You guys can see we broke out and used it as support. So this is very bullish, okay? Especially if Bitcoin can continue up and hold above 109,500. Right now we have a fractal that says we might come down and have a flush out down towards 100,000, 105,000, around that level, but then we would get a bounce. We're looking to see if the fractal is going to continue tracking or decouple. If it does decouple, it's going to hold, Bitcoin would hold 109.5 and start to push up, and that would be extremely bullish for a lot more upside. But if we did get a flush out, that would be a buying opportunity in my personal opinion, and then we also get sent higher later, and this would probably be when an altcoin season would come. If XRP does get this ETF, it's definitely going to like $3.80, $4 in my personal opinion. A spot ETF would be absolutely huge for XRP. Now, Cardano ADA also looking good as well, tracking very well with this macro prediction. I'm expecting Cardano ADA to actually break and hold $1 here soon into the future, especially if Bitcoin is able to maintain above 109,500. You're going to start seeing altcoins like Cardano ADA, XRP, and Ethereum really start to move. You guys can see that the crypto market was kind of red today as Bitcoin is kind of pulling back, retesting key levels. Right now it is holding them, and Bitcoin dominance is pretty much staying stagnant at 56.6% here at time recording for BTC. Ethereum dominance sitting at 13.4. If there was an altcoin season, you would see Ethereum dominance more around 15 or 20% and Bitcoin dominance around 45 or lower. So again, nowhere near those altcoin season levels, and I still think this bull run still has some legs left on it, especially if you look at things like the BTC rainbow chart, which show us that we're mostly in a buy zone here for BTC. So I don't think BTC is overvalued by any metric. We haven't really seen all that crazy euphoria that you normally get with an altcoin season or with a normal crypto bull run. This is a much more fundamental based bull run, which I talked about here on this tweet, and that is very, very, very good for the market and very, very healthy for the market. We're seeing a lot of legislation get passed that is bullish for crypto. We're seeing a lot of crypto adoption happening, and ladies and gentlemen, I basically think that this is mass adoption and literally happening in front of people's eyes. I think that XRP is going to be like the new Swift system, the rails, which everything's going to run on, XLM, coins like that. And then Bitcoin is going to be like the new gold. It's going to be the way that we hold value and possibly even transfer value. It's a lot more easier to store than gold. It's a lot cheaper. Anyone can access it easily. It's hard to buy gold. It's very, very easy to buy Bitcoin. You can buy it straight on your cell phone. So this is why Bitcoin, in my personal opinion, is superior to gold. And it has the fixed cap of 21 million coins, so it cannot be created. It's decentralized. No one entity owns it. So again, you're never going to wake up and hear, hey, your Bitcoin's getting reverse split or your Bitcoin's getting diluted. It cannot be diluted. Max supply is set at a hard cap of 21 million coins, and that's one of the things that makes Bitcoin very, very, very unique. So we could see definitely a supply shock, especially once all of the coins get mined. Imagine what's going to happen when people hear that all of the Bitcoin is mined and now it is going to start running out and the max circulating supply is going to start getting lower and lower and lower. What kind of short squeeze could we see when that happens? So again, very, very excited for BTC in the future. I also broke down how it uses the previous bull runs as tops or bottoms for the next bear market. So you guys can see we had the top here on this bull run, and then that was the bottom of this bear market. And if this were to continue, you would see the bottom of the next bear market around the top of this previous bull run, which was like 65 to 50K. So again, I think people are going to continue holding BTC. I think BTC is going to continue this trend of moving up. Yes, we will have bear markets, but I think overall, as the M2 money supplies, as inflation continues, you're going to see Bitcoin continue to do well and outperform the S&P 500 and outperform most assets. So this is what we're looking at for the crypto market. Again, if the XRP gets its ETF, it's definitely going to blow up towards that $4, $3.80 level. Right now, XRP at a pretty good buy zone, kind of consolidating right now. Definitely want to see XRP back above $3. Right now, we're sitting around that 280, 290 level right now. Current price sitting at 281. We have these buy orders here, so it's looking like a really good buy zone here for XRP. And honestly, it's looking like a pretty good buy zone for things like Ethereum and especially coins like Cardano ADA that haven't hit new all-time highs yet. Again, Cardano ADA, little downside risk and a lot of upside risk, as ADA has not made a new all-time high yet. So this is what we're looking at for the crypto market. If you guys watched to the end of the video, I appreciate you. I have a merch store if you guys want to support the channel and rep it in a different way. But if you want to support for free, just leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I appreciate each and every one of you, especially if you made it to the end of this video. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out, fam.